Hey everybody, how's it going? Sleepy Andy Tracy here. Oh, it's a Monday night. That means music is for everyone. Monday. Just making sure we can see me here and everything and get going on. Get going on at all. Hopefully everybody's doing alright out there. That's probably alright. That's actually, let me just want to. Somehow that all got lost. Now there is a barrier that the band and the crowd must cross. Music is for everyone. Somehow that all got lost. Now there is a barrier that the band and the crowd must cross. Music is for everyone. Somehow that all got lost. Now there is a barrier that the band and the crowd must cross. What the music means to me is really hard to say. But I hope you get the feeling I feel when you listen to me play. Oh, yeah, that's music is for everyone. And, yeah, we'll play that one again at the end, too. Like I said, I should have told you, or like I was thinking, should have told you what the chords are. I said at the end of last week. And like I said, I need to go on and kind of throw the chords on there in the comments, too, just to have them on there, too. But they're all pretty simple. That's just a G, D, and F. And then a C and a B flat. Back and forth forever. So, nothing too crazy there. But yeah, so music is for everyone. That's the Monday. That's the night that we're just learning a few songs, doing a few easy things. A couple originals, maybe a couple cover songs. Easy stuff that if you got your guitar or mandolin, banjo, piano, flute, or tuba, or anywhere in between, floating around the house, or even the drums, or the bagpipes, or whatever, feel free to get them out. Now would be a good time. Well, it might not be a good time, but it would be a good opportunity. And feel free to play along. Feel free to sing along if you know the songs too. Now I know I'm taking a big risk by doing the song that is the cover song first, and everybody's gonna tune out after that. But there's a couple originals in there, and a couple other things we'll do here after a bit as well, probably. So this one here's a Bob Dylan song. It's a Basement Tapes song, and the Byrds did it, and I'm sure everybody else did it. I actually learned this song from and because of Kevin Murrow, a buddy of mine that plays in the Cliftones now, and played with me in the band Easy years ago also, but he was running the open mic at Arlen's in Clifton when Kim and I moved back up to Cincinnati from Tennessee, and was one of the first people that I kind of made friends with once we moved back up here. So this was one of the songs that he had showed me. And this is easy. It's just G, A minor, and C, and back to G, and over and over again. So, as long as, it's like a Bob Dylan song, as long as you don't mind remembering or having a piece of paper that has the, 8,000 verses, and it's not that many, but then you'll be alright. And this one has got a chorus and some harmonies that people can sing, so it'll be alright. And all the words are not always the same words because the Byrds version is different, and then Bob Dylan came out with a different version after that, poking fun at Roger McGuinn for singing the wrong stuff on the Byrds version, so, whatever. So you do that G, A minor, and then the C, back to the G, and you should go. But I won't remember to do that, or I'll mess it up some of the time, so, I'll leave that to you guys some of the time. Why not? So I think you probably got that one. If you don't, it's going to be the same thing forever and ever, so just hanging on the G here for a second. Oh, maybe we should sing the chorus so you know where we're going into. It goes, ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. And if you want to sing a harmony, you can be like, ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. And if you want to sing the high part, like, ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. So we'll go like this. Clouds so swift, the rain won't lift, the gates won't close, the railings froze. Get your mind off of winter time, 'cause you ain't going nowhere. Now sing with me now. Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. I don't care how many letters they send. Morning come and the morning wind. Pick up your money and pack up your tent. You ain't going nowhere. Sing with me. Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Let me take one here. a gun that shoots, tailgates and substitutes. Strap yourself to the tree with roots, you ain't going nowhere. Ooh, ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Take it solo now. Okay now. Going now. One more. Khan, he could not keep all his kings supplied with sleep. We'll climb that hill no matter how steep when we get up to it. Ooh, we ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Sing it again. Ooh, we ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. The last line. Ooh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. One more time, say, ooh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Oh, that sounded fantastic, everybody out there. I loved hearing it. I hope you're out there playing, and I do enjoy if you're doing it out there, because that is the idea. Everybody get your stuff out and let's play some music, you know? Just because we're not all sitting in the same room doesn't mean we can't do it. And I know there's other ways out there that people are doing it too. They can all kind of have like a virtual band practice or something like that. And, you know, that stuff might be in the works too. But this kind of stuff is just as good. Well, maybe not just as good, but as good, and I hope you enjoy it, because I've been trying to get the idea of getting everybody out there playing some music for a long time, and, you know, get out there and play some music. I don't even mean out there on stage somewhere. Just get your instrument out and play a little music, because it'll make you feel all right. All right, now we're going to play a really depressing song. No, just kidding. That would be good. Resorted. Sadness and despair. I can't go anywhere. I want to see a bunch of people, but they don't care. Sadness and despair. That chord came out of thin air. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. See, but you can just make up stupid shit like that too. Stuff. Sorry if you got your kids listening. The song I was gonna play though was not Sadness and Despair. But maybe I'll finish that one of these days. It could be fun. See, that's what I'm talking about though. You don't have to make up a song that's great or even something that anybody's gonna remember a minute from now. You know, as long as you have a good time and it makes you smile doing it, then that's doing pretty good. And speaking of that, this is a song that I wrote. The words are based on something that we were just talking about, like the last day in the Smokies, like when it's time to go home, and you're like, how can I go home when I'm already home? And I was like, well, that's a good idea, you know. But the music actually came from, I was working as a custodian at a church, And one of the great things was that they had pianos in a lot of the different rooms. So if I was waiting for something to happen or finish happening so I could clean up a room, I could always pop into this other room and play the piano for a little bit. And that's where I came up with it's very simple music, but the music for the song Already Home, which is just so and easy to sing. Also, the chorus is how can I go home? That's G, when I'm already home. And then E minor. If I'm not ready, go to C, go back home. D, back to G. So it's just G, E minor, C, D, and G. And they sing it like this. How can I go home when I'm already home? How can I go home if I'm not ready? How can I go back home? How can I go back home tonight? And then you sing it the second time as well. It's just the same. How can I go home when I'm already home? How can I go home if I'm not ready? How can I go back home? How can I go back home tonight? And then for the verse, you just go to the C. Just to sit and listen to the silence, to the D. Just to sit and listen to the wind, E minor. Just to swim in the creek and I'll go about it, back to D. Don't all the way in. How can I? Back to the G for go back home. And then you go back into the verse. For the solo. Generally, when I've been playing it on here, I've just been skipping the first solo and doing the two verses together because, I don't know, maybe it just throws it off in my head, because I don't feel like you need two harmonica solos. But when we play it with Highly Likely, we're doing a solo after each one of the verses. So I'll just, as long as I can get that through my head while I'm playing, I'll just try and do that. So we'll leave that extra solo spot in there. And that's just, you sing the verse, and then the chorus is a solo. And if you're sitting at home and you feel like singing over that part, then sing over that part too. But so this song actually probably first was performed by Blue Caboose, and then at a certain point the group that I was doing a duo thing with Jeremy Francis called Atlas River, that we did that song for the couple months that we were playing. And now Highly Likely is playing that song as well, and it's going to be on the Songs of the Smokies album that'll be coming out sometime this year. So anyway, I'm going to take one more drink because it's singing a little higher. So it just starts off with, how can I go back home? And then oh, if I play the right note. So G, E minor, to the C, to the D, back to the G. And then we'll act like we're playing a verse real quick. We'll go C, as in dog, E minor, back to the D, back to the C. Oh, no, go back to the G. I'm sorry. See what happens when I think about it and don't just play it. Don't listen, just watch what I'm playing or something. Here we go. How can I go back home? Everybody sing that. How can I go home when I'm already home? How can I go home if I'm not ready? How can I go try to dream again, a thought I can't resist. How can I go back home? Another solo now, come on. How can I go home? Do another one. Back to the verse and see. Bonds are growing stronger just to hold me there every time we return. Would it still be a special place? That is my main concern. How can I go back home? It's bad when I'm trying to teach you the song and I mess it up, isn't it? Back into the chorus. How can I go home when I'm already home? How can I go home if I'm not ready? How can I go back home? How can I go back home tonight? How can I go home when I'm already home? How can I go home if I'm not ready? How can I go back home? How can I go back home tonight? And verse to the end. How can I go back home? And see, the most important lesson there is like, hey, you know, no big deal if you screw up. Unless you're getting paid the big bucks, I guess, then, you know, maybe it's a big deal and maybe people don't care. But I'm not getting paid the big bucks. And, you know, I say, you know, let's not worry about the big bucks right now and just have a good time. So anyway, tune this thing up here real quick while we're stopped. There's just one more that at least I was like saying, hey, I'll do this one tonight, which is the song "Go to Sleep, My Little Angel," which is a lullaby and a pretty simple one. But I'm gonna switch over to mandolin for a moment, I think, just to change it up, give the hands a rest for a moment. Because one important thing to learn or to know, and you know, I ignore the fact all the time, is you know, it's much easier to play the 10th song than it is to play the 2nd song. You know, unless you're just, I don't know, have, you know, crippling arthritis or something like that. But just normally, you know, that first song, it's just, you know, a lot harder to make your hands make those movements and stuff, and just kind of warming up warms you up, you know? And, man, I always feel like that in shows for years and years, where it's like, all right, even if it's just on the way there in the car, and, you know, what good does it do then? Because it's 2 hours before the show starts, but, you know, I need to have some music to sing along with and get warmed up and stuff. But, you know, I wish I took the time every time, like, warming up and stuff, but I never do. And so that's something you should do. See, I don't even know what I'm playing on that. What was I going to do here? Every once in a while, it's good to, when I got the box of harmonicas there, and there's I use most of them most of the time, just because those are the keys that we'll normally use. But there's some other ones that I haven't really gotten into using too much and need to screw around with more and see what songs they work on. But while I'm taking a break, and I don't know what I'm playing on the harmonica, I don't know what I'm going to play on the harmonica, but I don't know what I'm going to play on the mandolin. And I know my uncle had gotten a harmonica a couple years ago, and it was like, oh, he's wanting to learn the harmonica or whatever. And I was like, well, I could show him a few things, but most of the stuff that I know is just from walking around the yard with the dogs, playing the harmonica, or just screwing around, messing around, and trying to get ideas either in your head or that you hear on a song or something. And that's pretty much the whole of my best advice on that, or probably on any instrument, but on the harmonica. Feel like a lot of times people end up being like, yeah, but I couldn't do that because for whatever reason. But why not? Because why not? See, the problem is I don't want to just kind of like feel like I'm playing the same harmonica song every night when it's time to take a break for a harmonica song. So I feel like I've been changing it up a little bit, at least as far as I can tell. So I don't know what that was, but the things that I was doing weren't that crazy and not that far beyond what anybody can do with a little bit of practice. Because I really don't practice that much. I practiced more in the past 2 weeks, or 7 weeks, or 8 years, or whatever it's been. How long has it been? I'm just kidding. I am going to bring back that song, What Day Is This? That was just improvised with the harmonica on whatever day that was, because that one was pretty good. But yeah, I feel like that's the hardest thing with being limited in what I can do on the harmonica is, in the end, I guess you're only limited by, you know, the things that you know how to do and your imagination. And so at least I got like a good imagination, I guess. So, you know, I can figure out like different ideas, but you know, there's definitely things that technical proficiency, you know, would certainly make it a totally different thing, you know. So, you know, like I said, don't make that think like, make you think that you can't do something like that, because, you know, just sit around and mess around like that. There was no forethought or planning that went into that whatsoever. Like on some of those harmonica songs, or some of the other ones, just wind up being like whatever that Sadness and Despair song earlier. It was just like, gonna sing a sad song now. Okay, A minor. And then just making some, you know, goofy stuff up for a minute. And sometimes the goofy stuff, you're like, man, that actually sounds pretty cool. And if the lyrics are too goofy or something, then you turn it into something less goofy or more meaningful or whatever. But, you know, that's kind of like the idea that music is for everyone's song, where it's just like, hey man, you know, everybody can do that. They just don't necessarily exercise that part of their brain, I guess. Or don't feel like they can do it. They don't believe that they can do it, so they don't do it. It's kind of like this movie Onward that I was watching recently, 5 or 6 times. That movie is pretty good, though. We'll see if we can get Disney to sponsor my live stream for giving them a plug, you know? First thing I learned about the mandolin is there's too daggone many strings. Now watch, I'm going to play the first chord and it's going to be like, not right at all, terrible. I think that'll be enough to make it through one at least, right? So there's another original one that, you know, I was just going to play this one, but it's all pretty simple too. It's just E minor for the first line, second line's F, and then E minor, then more E minor, then F and G. And then the chorus is different than that. But chorus is just in G in the first half of it, and kind of E minors and G's and stuff. It's all those same chords all the way through, just like all those other songs, you know. But this one I wrote on the mandolin. I played it on the guitar one of these nights recently, and I liked how it sounded on the guitar, but I got the mandolin all tuned up, so I might as well do something on here, and, you know, right? But there's the Great Smoky Mountains Wildfire, which was about the wildfire that was down in the Great Smoky Mountains. Incidentally, coincidentally, and whatever. So starting off in the E minor. See, that thing drives me crazy every time, doesn't it? Oh man, I need to just mess around with that and just pull all the strings and stretch them all real good and stuff. I don't know. But I'm going to play it on the guitar because, you know. Like I say, as much as I am not a, you know, like, technical, you know, like, really fantastic instrumentalist at my instruments necessarily, or technical, man, it drives me crazy. Trying to play, I'll get the same thing, you know, less so on the guitar because it's just a higher quality instrument. But, man, you just get that out of tune note, and, man, you know, you play a song for 4 minutes and it just drives me crazy the whole time, so. That was always one thing that was nice with playing bass, was you could just hit that big bass note and kind of tune it up like you see Jimi Hendrix do it, except for he'd do it like in the middle of a solo or something. Or it would be great playing with the band easy because my brother Jake would be standing next to me playing the saxophone, and you know, if I was playing and something was out of whack, he would sometimes just come over and like tune it up. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, the fire came down from the chimneys, at least that's how I heard it told. Talks of people risking their lives and tales of action so bold. The loss of land and the loss of life, I could not do a thing. Great Smoky Mountains, wildfire, and all I can do is sing. People dashing for their lives with fire on either side. If they'd stayed there, clearly would have been no place to hide. The winds came up off the mountains, the fire crews worked through the night. I've been against insurmountable odds and helping ensure everyone's flight. Great Smoky Mountains, wildfire, many acres of the park and town burned. Many thanks to those who risked their lives to ensure that we all could return. Gathered all around Facebook, seeing every horrific post. Trapped in a hotel with flames outside was more fearsome than most. All I know is we're going home and it might not be the same. But every time I visit that place, I'm always glad I came. The winds came up off the mountains, the fire crews worked through the night. fight against insurmountable odds. They'll finish everyone's flight. Great Smoky Mountains, wildfire. Many acres of the park and town burned. Many thanks to those who risked their lives to ensure that we all could return. Great Smoky Mountains, wildfire. Many acres of the park and town burned. Many thanks to those who risked their lives to ensure that we all could return. Yeah, that one's going to be on the Smoky Mountains album, as you might imagine. Right now it's just a mandolin and a harmonica. I think I'm going to go in and fill that one out with guitar and some other stuff, you know. So this one actually works out as last week we played Helpless, which is just D, A, and G over and over and over again. And if you were like, okay, I've got D, A, and G over and over and over again down, let me add something else to it. Well, this is so at least kind of similar. It starts with D, A, and E, and then E, G, and D. And that would be the verse. This is Go to Sleep, My Little Angel. This is a lullaby that I wrote years and years ago for no particular reason, honestly, other than, I just started writing songs and was looking for reasons to write songs. I guess one of my cousins was probably having a kid around that time, but I don't know that it was specifically related to that or anything other than, I don't know, maybe just I had the thought, go to sleep, my little angel, and I was like, okay, that's a lullaby, let me write this song. Because that's the way that a lot of songs, at least for me, play out if they come music first or just the lyrics, is just, there'll be like one line that I'll think of, and it's like that line is too good to not write a song right now. So, I don't know. This is the early version of that kind of idea, I guess, because this is from 1997. But the verse then is a D, A, E. And then we'll stay on the E, say E, E, G, and D. And then you go back and stay on the D, A, and E, A, G, and if you want to sing, it goes, go to sleep, my little angel, lay your little head down, I'll be here to protect you, there ain't no one else around. And that's the chorus. And then going into the verse, also pretty simple. It's just G, D, and E. That's all it is, 4 times in a row. And the last time we just got that. I'll be here to protect you. So you go, there ain't no one else around. See, I told you, sometimes it's good to not be paying attention or thinking about what you're doing, because I started thinking about, let me grab a drink before we sing and play through this song, and I messed up. You got to think enough to know that you know what you're doing, but not think so much that you're thinking about what you're doing. And, yeah, so I mean, at least in my head, this song was kind of like, you know, I got a couple of friends, maybe like a fiddle player and a cello player, and maybe like an upright bass player, and have this song be kind of like a more of a, you know, gentle, like a lullaby, you know, not like, I don't know, but that was kind of like what I had in my head. So if those people are out there hearing this, you can think about what you want to play on this song. Alright, remember it's D-A-E, D-A-E, and then E-G-D, E-G-D, and remember the verse is G-D-E a bunch of times, 4 times. Alright, here we go. Now I sing. Go to sleep, my little angel. Lay your little head down. I'll be here to protect you. There ain't no one else around. Let's take to the verse. It's late at night, it's time for you to go to bed. Please don't fight and just lay down your little head. I love you so, I'll always be near. I'll always be here. Go to sleep, my little angel. Lay your little head down. I'll be here to protect you. There ain't no one else around. Now it's time to lay your little head down. Please don't cry or give me that little frown. Close your eyes and go to sleep. Your beauty makes me weep. I'll do a solo over the chorus. Do it again. Go to sleep and I will watch over you. I'll be here and I will dream of sweet things too. Close your eyes and don't be afraid. Just remember what I've said. Go to sleep, my little angel. Lay your little head down. I'll be here to protect you. There ain't no one else around. One more time. Go to sleep, my little angel. Lay your little head down. to protect you. There ain't no one else around. Let's go to sleep, my little angel. Maybe next week, we'll plan on doing those three and then the three from last week as well, and kind of run all 6 of those and have those set up. Maybe sometime, whether it's somehow online or once we all are able to get back together, we'll have a bunch of songs that, we can all just get together and play a few. And I'll try and throw in a few covers too. I'm not trying to load everybody up on Sleepy Andy Tracy originals. Although, hey, why not? Because if you like the songs, I'm more than happy for you to know what the chords and the words are and learn how to play them if you want to. But I'm more than happy to show you some of the songs by other people that I know too. So, like I say, maybe once it's all over